Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an Unexplained Places video on Lake Lanier, Georgia. Before I get into that though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments even if you disagree with me. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including a 4-book science fiction western series, and only because I haven't written more yet, titled Drifters. It's a western series set, in the Old West, obviously. It's a shoot-'em-up fist-fighting western, but it includes everything under the sun, from magic to the paranormal to mythology, alchemy, monsters, you name it, it's in there. And they're all available at Amazon on my author page, H.L. Anderson. So I hope you get them, hope you like them. All right. Every community has their local legends and their odd, dark history. Most are inflated, conflated, or embellished beyond recognition. Many times the story regaled by most of the locals is far more gruesome than the truth turns out to be. Then there's Lake Lanier in Georgia. Locals believe the lake may be cursed, and in this case, the locals may very well be correct. The amount of missing and dead racked up in and around Lake Lanier could be a testimony to that story's validity. But to understand Lake Lanier, you have to look at its origins. Lake Lanier is a man-made reservoir created by the building of a dam on the Chattahoochee River. The dam was completed in the 1950s. The dark and tragic origin of the lake actually goes back even farther. Several communities were forced to evacuate, and the lake sits over these abandoned towns around, and a number of cemeteries. It sits over the town and over these towns and over these abandoned towns and a number of cemeteries. I'll get it right in a minute, folks. In 1912, residents of Oscarville were forced out after a white woman was assaulted. The predominantly black community was blamed, and night rider vigilantes burned several buildings and dynamited others. These piece-of-shit vigilantes attacked a church where residents had fled, and even lynched several townspeople. Later, the remaining townspeople were forced out. The Summer Hour, Summerhour, Summer Hour Mounds, it's a Native American burial ground, sits under the lake as well. The bodies of all of these cemeteries were supposedly relocated, but who knows? All of this after the Native American inhabitants of the area were forced out on the Trail of Tears. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's gruesome. I'm going to say any spirits that do reside in this area have good reason to be restless. Personally, I'd be pissed. But there's more to it. Lake Lanier is touted as the most cursed lake in America. Over 670 deaths have been reported since the lake was created. Many are boating and swimming accidents, but most are motor vehicle fatalities from the many bridges which span the lake. Eerie, unexplained currents tend to pull even strong swimmers into the depths. Some swimmers report being grabbed and pulled under by unseen hands. Full-grown trees, buildings, man-made structures, and other features under the water tend to entangle swimmers and damage boats. Massive monster fish have been caught in the lake, such as catfish. A huge, huge catfish. It was like the size of a man. One has to wonder what other monstrous aquatic life inhabits the depths there. Now, the locals tend to do a pretty good job keeping alligators and like that out of the lake because it's supposed to be a tourist attraction, but yeah, you never know. Unexplained phenomena are quite frequently reported in and around the lake. Visitors report orbs, UFOs, and lights in the sky. Electromagnetic fields, get my tongue to work here in a minute. Electromagnetic fields and magnetic anomalies are common. The area around the lake is one of the most prolific cryptid sighting hotspots in Georgia. Apparently Bigfoot loves that lake too. Maybe he's a swimmer, an outdoorsman. That kind of follows. Anywho, paranormal reports from the lake and the surrounding area are frequent. Aside from the orbs, UFOs, and unexplained lights in the sky that I spoke of earlier, a number of restless spirits are reported in and around the lake. The Lady of the Lake, a phantom woman in a blue dress, apparently wanders the shore. She's seen quite frequently. Night fishermen report seeing a spectral raft with a lantern being pulled by a shadow figure. Now, here's the kicker. If it's being pulled, that means the bottom of the lake it's pretty shallow. But the area where they see this thing is like 45 feet deep. That's a hell of a long pole. I'm just saying. This shadowy spectral figure on this spectral raft, this guy apparently dives into the water to escape, and then the raft disappears. I don't know what that is. Maybe something traumatic happened in the past. Nobody knows. Boaters report seeing a ghostly sailboat with a lantern, but with no crew. The boat, when they see it, they'll watch it for a few moments, and then the boat just vanishes. And that's been reported multiple times. Divers report eerie, faceless humanoid figures in the depths. When you have emergency rescue people diving into the lake and they see these things and they report them frequently, you gotta kind of take them serious. I'm just saying. Swimmers report strange and beautiful women swimming and beckoning them into deeper waters. These women later vanish. Some of those swimmers go with them, and they're never seen again. Whatever spirits inhabit this area are clearly not happy, and rightly so. The only advice I would give would be to stay out of the water. Don't swim or boat there. I wouldn't even cast a fishing line from the shore, but that's just me. The spirits there are clearly seeking retribution, and in my opinion, they are justified in doing so. It's best to just avoid their wrath. And that's what I would do. I would not go there. I would not pretend to want to go into the water. I'm a crappy swimmer to begin with. I'm kind of a fat guy, so maybe I'll bob around like a top. But yeah, if something grabs you and pulls you under, there ain't much you can do about that. Not a very good swimmer anyway. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.